What's up, everybody? Welcome back to another episode of Party Chat. This is my co-host, Ben.
What's up, everybody?
And today we are sitting across from the biggest star, the Jake Paul versus Mike Tyson fight. Probably the biggest winner of that fight. She's a true Alabama it girl and an up-and-coming influencing legend, Sydney Thomas, everybody.
Hello, thank you for having me.
How's that introduction?
That was amazing. I've never experienced anything like that.
Okay, cool, because
You're in the MMA boxing world. You've heard a lot of people get introduced,
right? But never me. So that was awesome. Yeah.
That's true. Was it It's Time at that fight?
Oh, I don't think so. I think it was the real. No.
Are you ready to rumble?
Yeah, the brother.
Do you remember which one was it?
I do not know. All I know is that the guy announcing was like 10 feet tall.
Oh yeah, it was the bald dude. That dude was aggressive.
He was huge.
Yeah.
Well, how's everything been going? I feel like you've blown up in the past 3 months, right? What's the rise to stardom been like?
It's been crazy. I don't know. I never expected all this to come my way. I didn't go into the fight thinking that the outcome would be what it was. So it's been a ride.
Well, you thought Tyson was gonna win?
Yeah, I did think Tyson was gonna win. He looked intimidating at first, like especially in the videos they had of him before going into the fight. I was like, man, this guy looks scary. And even like up close, he looked really scary. But in the ring, he looked nothing like I thought he was going to look. But
it was sad.
Yeah, and the fame and all this stuff has been crazy. It's a bit overwhelming to say the least. I don't know. I'm still getting used to it, and it's still just like blows my mind every day. I wake up and I see a news story or something like that about me. I'm like, whoa, what the heck? But yeah, I mean, it's cool.
Are you getting stopped for photos a lot now?
Yes, especially when I'm back in St. Louis. I was back there this weekend, and I went out for the first time, and I couldn't like walk through the bar without there being a bunch of people that were like, I want a picture with you. I want a picture with you. It was pretty cool.
Dang.
Yeah.
That's nuts. What level of followers were you at? You don't have to know exactly before that fight and then after that fight now.
I was at like 200,000 on Instagram, and now I'm at like 800,000. And then I was at, I think it was like 600,000 on TikTok, and now I'm at 1.1 million. Wow. So, yeah.
Yeah, dang.
Yeah.
That is quite the blow. What is it? Have you been back on campus since you've done all that?
I've been back on campus, but for just like a few days. I didn't really do anything just because it was finals week and all this stuff. So
studying.
Yeah, it was lots of studying going on. But yeah, no, I haven't really been like back on campus yet.
Got it.
Yeah.
Okay, cool. That'll be interesting. Are you just gonna keep going to your classes and everything?
Well, I'm actually not even in person with my classes, so I don't really go on campus much. All my classes are online because I'm enrolled through the online school now.
Oh, cool.
So yeah, I don't go on campus. The most I do around the school is like going out to the bars and stuff like that.
Great.
Let's go.
That's the way to do it. All right, well, this show is called Party Chat. This is our Party Chat button. Super sick. Every time we hit this button, we're going to hit you with a new question. Sydney Thomas, are you ready?
I'm ready.
Okay, cool. You want to hit it first?
Sure, I'll hit it first. What were some of your coolest interactions at the Jake Paul Mike Tyson fight?
Goodness. For one, I think where we were seated inside of like the ring area, we were seated right in front of like the celebrity section. So they had all like their Netflix celebrities and pretty much any celebrity that was at the fight, like all seated in this area. So we were right in front of them. So when they'd all come to sit down, they'd like have to walk right by us. And so Shaquille O'Neal walked like literally right behind us and like introduced himself to all of us, which was pretty cool. And like
That's our boy.
Being right next to him, I was like, oh my gosh, you're even bigger in person. But that was a pretty cool interaction. And then
What did Shaq say to you? Did he say anything?
he just was like, yo, what's up? It just gave us all knuckles and like just kept walking by.
That's
Like
tight.
He was cool. And then backstage before the weigh-ins, I think it was, or the press conference or whatever, we were standing like off to the side, and Jake Paul was about to go on stage, and he was like standing kind of near us, and he pretty much just like told us like, hey, you guys are killing it out there, like introduced himself and was like, you guys are killing it out there, like good job, keep it up. And like it was cool just to like hear that from him, just being that, like, I mean, this whole thing's surrounded by him, or surrounded around him, and then he's taking the time out of his day to kind of congratulate us and say we're doing a good job. So that was pretty cool too.
Did he seem nervous going into that? I'm very curious because I agree with you. Like going into it, I was like, damn, Mike still got it. Like in the training sessions and the videos that you saw, it looked like he had a chance, but then, he didn't do much in the fight. But was Jake like on edge?
He didn't really seem like that to me. I mean, he seemed pretty confident the entire time. And even just like as far as like the press conference went, like he seemed like he was like, knew he was going to win. So I never really got the vibe from him that he wasn't like, was doubting himself at all. But I don't know. He puts on a show, so I couldn't tell.
To the people that say that the Jake Paul Mike Tyson fight was a setup, what do you think?
I don't think it was.
Yeah.
Everyone, like all the people on MVP and everything, they don't say it is either, which I don't know. I feel like they wouldn't admit that if it was. But either way, as far as I've seen, it didn't look like it was to me.
Yeah.
I mean, when they were both in the ring, you could tell that Tyson wasn't what he was thinking he was going to be, at least. Like, he just looked super out of it, super out of shape, just really old. And I mean, if Jake wanted to beat him like he said he wanted to, I feel like he could have.
Yeah.
I think that he just kind of didn't want to be that guy.
Well, like KO him, you mean?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. I feel like he just didn't want to be that guy that like, gets in the ring and then knocks out this 50-year-old man, and
Legend.
everyone hates him for it. So,
probably a good call.
yeah. I feel like that part, at least, like he kind of chose to step back. But I don't know if that was like a setup or not, you know?
Fair enough. Good.
Yeah, that makes sense. All right. I've heard you talk about in another interview that you believe in manifestation.
Yeah.
I'd love to hear more about that.
Yeah, so I've always been raised that I've been told you create your own reality. So wherever you want to be in life, whatever you want to do, you just have to like envision it for yourself. And it really came from my mom. She was very spiritual, and she pretty much just taught us like, you just have to put it out there and you'll attract it. So when I got to school this year, it's kind of been a new path for me just now that I'm online and just figuring out what I want to do. And so I sat down and I was like, what are a few things that just in this short year I have here that I want to accomplish? And so I do that by writing it down on paper. And then I just put it in like a spot that I don't really like engage with much, but just in a private spot. And then just let it do its thing. And so it's just out there in the universe, and it's always in the back of your head, like, these are the things I want to accomplish. And then everything you're kind of doing as you go throughout life is kind of putting yourself in position to accomplish those in a way. So yeah, like I mean, everything I do, I put it out there, and then it just somehow comes back to me in a way.
So I used to, back in the day, I lived in this content house. I don't want to say specifically who it is, but there was a female influencer she's really big now, like one of the biggest. And I used to live with her in the content
house, and every day she would wake up and I would hear her in the bathroom, and she would stare in the mirror. She would say, I am going to date the number one influencer in the world. I am going to date the number one influencer in the world. I will have 1 million followers. I will have 1 million. And she would wake up every morning and say that. And then she dated the number one influencer in the world. She got 1 million followers, and now she's like one of the biggest.
Wow.
So when I heard you say that, I was like, oh my gosh, that's crazy. Because now I've seen it happen like twice now.
Did you say in the mirror that you would have like a, almost cool gaming podcast?
Yeah, exactly.
Cool.
Exactly. That's what I was saying.
Sweet.
All right, I got one. I am going to show you a photo of a streamer, and you are going to give them a makeover.
Okay.
So I just need you to give them like one fashion tip, okay?
I will try to be nice. Don't take it personally. That's a really bad picture. Why would you put the worst picture of them? Maybe just not that face.
There aren't much better ones, believe it or not.
I would say brush out the eyebrows. Yeah. It's.
That's a good tip.
I think brush out the eyebrows will make it a little bit more of a clean look. Maybe grow out the hair a little bit.
Okay.
Yeah, that's about it. Okay, sketch. I know who that is. I think a different hairstyle. I think it needs to have some more dimension to it.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay. Ronaldo? Is that the soccer player?
He's a streamer.
Oh. Okay. Maybe some facial hair. Yeah, I
I
think
don't know
maybe
if he's capable.
he grew some facial hair. I don't know. I think that would make him look really good. Yeah. Is that his real hairstyle?
Currently, no. That's pretty much.
That's a really bad hairstyle.
Okay.
So fix the hair. Um, he has really nice eyebrows. I don't know how he ended up with really nice eyebrows and a really bad haircut. But yeah, I think the hair. Yeah, fix the hair.
Okay, cool. But if you fix the hair, he's look good looking dude.
Yeah, and maybe a little bit of a tan too. Yeah. Is that a real picture?
Fairness.
But
Let's just pretend like it is.
Okay. I think the shorts make his legs look really small, so maybe a different pair of pants. Maybe not so big. I feel like they just look kind of big on him.
Yeah.
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 Maybe,
Okay.
maybe
Cool.
clean up the facial hair a little bit too.
All right. That's a
Yeah.
good tip.
That's Peter Bot.
Okay. Peter. I think a different pair of sunglasses. Those ones look like the three blind mice glasses a little bit. Different sunglasses, and I feel like I've said this with everyone, but a different hairstyle too.
Okay, what do you think he should rock? Because he'll probably get this haircut if he sees you.
I gotta take a little closer look. Oh gosh, maybe something a little bit shorter, like all around. Maybe like a buzz cut could look really good on him.
Maybe like
Yeah.
a low taper fade.
Yeah, fade, a nice little fade.
Peterbot, get the buzz cut.
All right, last one, I think.
Okay, he kind of looks like my brother a little bit. What do I say about this one? Well, these are bad pictures of these people. I mean, like he could look better if he did a different space, maybe.
Giving you like brother vibes.
Yeah, definitely giving brother vibes.
Like if he was floating around in a zone, friend zone, I think.
Yeah, yeah. I'd be like, hey, bro.
Yeah, yeah, that's the kind of guy you're like, what's up, buddy? Like,
Yeah, buddy.
Oh my god.
I'm.
want to go out and get some lunch, like with a group of friends, right?
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, that's what I was thinking. Okay, cool.
All right, ready? Next one. If you had to assemble the Avengers of Ring Girls for the biggest fight of all time,
Okay.
who would those 4 girls be?
Oh goodness. Okay. Okay, if I had to assemble the Avengers of Ring Girls, I would say myself.
Good choice.
Thank you. And we'd throw in Livy Dunn. Yeah. I think she'd do well. I think Sydney Sweeney also look great in there. We could say Brecky Hill
Wow.
as well. Yeah. I think that would be a squad right there.
You're like uniting the nations with that right there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Squad.
I feel like
that's
that
what the
could-
Avengers is.
Yeah, it'd be like truly like a power squad. Like
We're
Yeah.
gonna come together for this one.
yeah, like come together and like actually take over.
Totally.
Yeah.
Might be some tension between.
You think?
Was there 4? Was there more?
No, that was it. That was
4.
I don't
It was
think I've
you,
seen the Avengers,
Sydney,
so I don't.
Livy and Brecky, but Livy and Brecky, I don't know. I don't
Is
know.
there a problem there?
I think so.
I think this would solve all the problems.
Squash the beat.
Yeah.
I love that.
Yeah.
Peacemaker.
Yeah.
That's
I'm a
great.
peacemaker. Yeah.
Okay, cool. What was Zacharrific's aura like in person?
Okay. Zacharrific, I don't know that he's ever out of character.
Yeah.
I truly think that the persona that he has online is like actually who he is in person. Cause talking to him, like even off camera, he didn't act any different. Like he was still acted like he was the guy he like portrays himself as online. So it was
like what's an example of that with the cameras off?
like with the camera off and I'm just trying to have a normal conversation with him and he just still throws in like, yeah, but like they were just like a fan of mine, like like stuff like that, like he's the man, like everyone else is his fan, like thinks he's so cool, like he just would still throw those types of things in there even when like the camera was off. And it just like it's such a unique personality too, like I didn't know how to react to him. I've never been around someone who acts like in such a way like that. Because even people who are like super famous like that don't act like that. So it was just, I didn't know how to respond. I was in kind of an awkward little situation, like trying to like, what do I say to this? But I mean,
it's like being around The Rock or something, right?
Right. But yeah, it was just, he was just an interesting character, but he was cool. I enjoyed my time with him. Definitely.
Great. That's awesome.
Yeah.
On that same note, do you have any exciting collaborations with other creators coming up? Or obviously, like you said, you went from 200K to 800K and like 100K to 1.1 million or something like that.
Yeah.
Have you gotten some like insane opportunities in your DMs and your texts? Are people hitting you up like crazy now?
Yeah, there's been a lot of different like creators and stuff, especially like YouTube creators that have like reached out wanting to collab. It's kind of hard though, being that I'm from St. Louis and that I live in Tuscaloosa, because there's really no big creators in those areas. So I think maybe after the new year, when I'm like out and about more and not so like at home and like with my family, I'll be able to go do more stuff with other creators and collaborate more. But it's just, I think, bad timing, and especially where I'm from. But like with Zach, he's from St. Louis, so it's easy just to come back home and collaborate with him. But yeah, there's been a lot of different like big names and like people like that in my DMs. And I don't know, I think on the collaboration end, I'd like to do different things with other creators. But then as far as just like people reaching out that are like famous, that are like, I want to get to know her, I'm like, I'm not really like as entertained by that. I don't really like to like meet people online. I would rather like meet someone in person and like catch the vibe and like then get to know them that way. So as far as people like DMing me, I don't even like really feel like responding, because it's like, I don't know, I just don't feel like it's gonna go anywhere. I'd rather just like
Makes sense.
find someone in person. Yeah.
Totally.
That makes sense. So you were never like a Hinge girl or anything like that.
No, I've never been like, I don't even really like talking to people. Like, I don't really answer people in my text very often, or like Snapchat or any of that. I'm like, I just so much rather talk to you in person, and like that's why I'm really gonna see if like I actually like you or not, as far as like pointless conversation over the phone.
Wholesome.
We're both married, by the way. So I'm asking this for other people out in the world.
Right.
Yeah. And I have a daughter, great family, and love them so much. And I just want to know, if a guy was to try to get your attention, what do you think is the best way for a guy to get Sydney Thomas's attention?
By ignoring me.
Wow.
What?
I think that's like, for me, it's like there's so many people that want to come up to me and try and get my attention that it's just like, like a lot of people are doing that like you'll stand out if you don't. Like when I walk into a room and there's a cute guy and he's just like not giving me the attention I want, I'm like, okay, now I want you. You know what I mean?
That makes sense.
Yeah.
It's hard to get a little bit.
Yeah, it's kind of maybe a toxic trait of mine. I don't know, but yeah.
So then do you approach them, or do they like how do you get to talking if they're ignoring you?
I don't usually approach, but if it comes down to it, if I'm like actually really interested, I'm like, you're really cute and you're playing so hard to get, I'm like, maybe I'll come up and say hi, or I don't know. We'll see how it goes, how it plays out. But I mean, just like not initially like going all in and like being all like upfront with me. Like I think if you kind of are standoffish and then like slowly like open up, or like slowly like, oh hey, like like take your time, not like
bump into it.
yeah. Yes.
Be like, oh my gosh, are you going for that can of soup too? Because I'm just interested in that can of soup.
Exactly. That's like, okay, now you're my future husband. Yes.
Yeah, okay.
That one.
There you go.
On that same note, what's the most attractive video game a guy can play, in your opinion?
Oh, that's a good question.
Goodness. Well, I'm not too familiar with video games. I like to play Fortnite.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Wow, that's a good one.
That's like the one video game that I've ever played.
Dang. Gotta get a duo.
Yeah, I actually played it all the time. A couple years ago, I would be like out with my headset on and everything, like playing Fortnite.
No way.
Yeah, and I was always land at Tilted Towers, because it was like the
Whoa.
most dangerous spot to land. But
You're dangerous.
yeah, I was like, I'm gonna risk this. And like 4 people land there, and you're like fighting them to get like the chest in there.
Yeah.
But I don't know. I guess like a sporting game or something.
Nice.
Yeah. I'm not too into like the shooting games or anything like that.
Yeah.
So-
Except Fortnite.
All right.
Yeah, except for that one.
I want you to give these It Girls gamer tags.
Okay.
Sydney Sweeney.
Sydney Weenie.
Okay. This is great.
That's hilarious.
Livy Dunn.
Livy, not done yet.
Oh.
Yeah.
Gabby Mora.
I don't know. I don't know. Like, I don't want to say anything that it's just like so random.
All right, what about Sadie McKenna?
Big smile. I feel like she's got a big smile.
That's a good one.
Yeah.
It's very nice. Very sweet.
Alex Earl.
Dolphins fan 101.
Yeah, love it.
Yeah.
Okay, great.
Here we go.
Marvel Rivals is a huge game right now. Who is your favorite superhero and why?
My favorite superhero is Superman.
Oh, okay. Why's
Yeah.
that?
Well, I'm not really too familiar with any other superheroes, but I know Superman's a good one.
Okay, great.
Yeah.
Solid.
Yeah. I don't really watch many superhero things.
Okay,
So,
there you go.
yeah.
All right. Next one. I am going to give you streamer boxing matchups.
Okay.
You are going to tell me who would win.
Okay.
First one. Jinxie versus Clicks.
Jinxie.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. I definitely think that he's going to beat him for sure.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think that's a good call because Jinxie has like a lot of like aggressiveness to him, and this guy.
I feel like the guy on the right is looking like he's trying to try too hard to be like, yeah, I'm going to beat him. But
right. He seems like friendlier, right?
yeah.
Like a friend,
Yeah.
someone I'd be friends with.
Yeah, like he doesn't look as like intimidating. Whereas the other guy,
Right.
he looks like he can be joking around, but he's definitely got it in him to beat the other one.
Right.
Yeah.
Exactly. And this is like, you just can't really get serious with a guy like this,
No,
right? Yeah.
No, he's like almost like mewing in that too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Got it. Got it.
Ronaldo versus Lacey.
I'd say Lacey.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's a good pick.
Yeah.
Why do you think?
He just looks like he could get in there and beat some ass. Like he looks a little bit more intimidating. The other guy's got his hair frosted and dyed. I think that is minus a point.
Yeah.
for
Not
that.
feeling the frosted
Yeah.
tips.
And I like the haircut on the other one. That's definitely a boxer's haircut.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I agree. So you're taking Lacey over Stable Timberlake.
I'm taking Lacey.
Stable Justin Timberlake. All right. We have Los Pollos versus XQC.
Los Pollos.
Okay.
Yeah.
How come?
How do you say the other one?
XQC?
XQC. XQC just looks too friendly. I don't think he could really let out his anger in there and get some good hits in. He's smiley. He's got his flowy
Right.
blonde hair.
Another guy you'd probably just want to be friends with, you know? Like, I
Yeah.
agree. It's just
Yeah,
like...
I wouldn't be too scared of him in the ring.
yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay. All right. Black Boy Max versus Silky.
Oh goodness. What's the first one's name?
Black Boy Max, Silky.
Okay, I think Black Boy Max. Yeah.
How come?
I feel like he's got some good skill. He
Yeah.
looks like he could be pretty slick in there and dodge some of the hits and
Cool.
yeah,
All
definitely
right.
beat him.
I think that might be... Oh, last one.
Ninja versus Tifu.
I think Ninja.
Oh.
I think he's gonna sneak around and he doesn't look like he'd be as good of a boxer, but I feel like he's got like some technique that'll really
Yeah.
get him to win for sure. Yeah.
Hell yeah.
And his blue hair might distract a little bit too, and catch the other guy's eyes, and then he'd be like, bah.
I love that breakdown. That's
Yeah.
great.
It's all about the hair. This segment is called Does She Know Ball?
Okay.
And we're going to find out if you know ball.
Okay.
So I'm going to say a sport, and you just name the most obscure player that you can think of.
Okay.
All right, ready? NFL.
BJ Raji.
Wow. Whoa, that's a deep cut.
Pretty deep. I don't even know who that is.
Seriously?
Yeah.
Dude,
Really?
Packers legend.
Oh, my bad.
Big boy.
How do you not know who that is?
I just didn't. It's deep pull.
Trying to think of a more random one. UFC.
UFC. Umar Nurmagomedov.
Holy shit.
I think she nailed the pronunciation of that too. That is okay.
See the meme, I guess.
She knows the octagon.
All right. Dang, let's keep going. NBA.
Shabazz Napier.
Oh my God. UConn legend.
Yeah.
That's pretty big.
Yeah.
MLB.
Coco Crisp.
That's deep.
Yo!
That's a deep one.
I love Coco Crisp. Best name in sports.
She's in her bag.
All right. Last one. NHL.
Biz.
That's a
Like
good one.
Bissonnette?
Yeah.
From Barstool.
Oh my God.
That's good.
Isn't it?
That's good. If you could play a video game character in a movie, who would you play?
Probably Lara Croft.
Oh, Tomb Raider.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
I can see it.
That would be sweet.
I can see it. All right, great.
So I want you to help me fill out the college football playoff bracket.
Okay.
Can you do that?
Yeah.
First game, Ohio State, Tennessee.
I can't take Tennessee. I'm gonna have to say Ohio State
Why can't you take Tennessee?
because I hate Tennessee.
Okay.
They suck.
Next one, Texas, Clemson.
Texas.
How come? Arch?
I think that they're gonna win. Yeah, Arch.
Are you more of a Quinn Ewers or an Arch Manning girl?
Arch Manning.
Let's go.
Yeah.
Same.
Even though I hate Texas, I feel like they're gonna win.
Next one, Penn State, SMU.
Penn State. SMU took Alabama's spot, so I can't be a fan.
Huge rivalry game, Notre Dame, Indiana.
I'm gonna have to say Indiana.
Wow.
Yeah.
My brother goes there, so I have to support
Wow.
them. Yeah.
And Signetti just has Nick Saban DNA. It seems that
What's
way.
your brother's name?
Austin.
Shout out Austin Thomas.
Second round,
All right.
Oregon, Ohio State, juggernaut matchup.
Oregon.
Arizona State, Texas. Scatterboob versus Arch.
I don't want to say it, but I'm gonna say Texas.
Okay.
Yeah. I'm gonna put them up there.
Boise State, Penn State. Ashton Genty. Genty.
I'm gonna go with Boise State.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Why? Because of Ashton Genty?
Yeah.
Nice.
Because I know who that is.
Because you know ball.
Yeah.
I think I know the answer to this, but Georgia, Indiana.
Georgia's gonna win.
Oh, wow. I thought you were
Yeah.
going to say Indiana.
Even though
Okay.
I hate Georgia.
The semis,
Okay.
Oregon, Texas.
Oregon.
Let's go.
Go Oregon.
Boise State, Georgia.
I'm gonna say Georgia.
Yeah?
Yeah. Even though I don't want it, I have a feeling that's what's
feel
gonna
it?
happen.
All right, it all comes down to the national championship.
Okay.
Oregon versus Georgia. Who you got?
Oh goodness. I'm gonna say Oregon. I don't want Georgia to win.
Wow.
Yeah.
I love it.
All right.
I
Number
hope
one
Georgia
team
gets
goes all the way.
destroyed.
I'm on board with that
Yeah.
prediction.
Nice.
Hardest path,
But
best team.
roll tide.
Roll Tide. As hard as it is to say that they're not in it, you know.
And Alabama is playing the ReliaQuest Bowl here in Tampa versus Michigan. What's your prediction for that game?
Alabama's gonna win.
What's the score?
We're gonna say 32 to 28.
Ooh, that's
Yeah.
a close one.
Great score.
Yeah.
All right. Sydney Thomas, who do you think is going to win the Call of Duty World Championship this year?
I'm gonna have to go with the LA Thieves.
Oh.
I think that they've really put together a god squad this year.
Yeah.
Especially with Ghosty going from the Challengers to Optic to the LA Thieves. I think he's just had such a big come up And I feel like I can kind of relate to that a little bit.
Yeah.
So I've got hope for them, and I'm going to go with the LA Thieves.
Wow. All right.
Oh my God.
Shout out Ghosty.
I wasn't expecting that.
Okay. All right. That is a good omen for 100 Thieves.
Hell yeah. So in your comments, a lot of people have been saying that you look exactly like the GTA loading screen girl.
Okay.
So we're going to have our producer design a loading screen for you, but describe what your GTA 6 loading screen would look like if you were in the game.
Okay. Well, it would definitely have to include boxing, like a ring card outfit. I feel like I'd be in like my glittery little ring card outfit. My hair would be like flowing, and I would probably be like, oh, goodness, I'd probably be like with a beach in the background.
Nice.
I think that would be cute. And my outfit would definitely be pink.
All right.
Yeah.
We put it up right now.
All right, Cindy Thomas, thank you so much.
Let's go.